And welcome back, everyone. We are back with Battle of the Americas number 69. Nice. We're back here. Of course, yesterday we had our Sentimiento Latino, and now we are back with our weekly tournament of North American and Latin American players. It is, of course, Battle of the Americas. I'm, of course, your host, Light VIP, and with me, of course, I have no one to start with. Darking will join me later on. Unfortunately, Cristiano is going out tonight. Once again, he is unavailable. Shaking my head, Cristiano. Shaking my head. But you know who is available? One of the Ducklings. Right here, right now, playing in this very tournament in the first round. We have the cranky Duckling himself, the Peruvian Terran player. It is NeO. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Jagannatha LE, we have the Chilean Zerg player. He is blue, representing Infernales Esports. It is Chorocarlo. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh god, so it's great to be back in Battle of the Americas. I think we missed last week, or I think last week was like the qualifier of Battle of the Americas, like OSC Super Series or something along those lines. Regardless, it is great to return with this event. There is a bit of a shame though. Obviously the big thing is that, of course, we have a DreamHack Latin America that is wrapping up. I believe the final day is going to be tomorrow. But because of that, it does mean that a lot of the Latin American players, they're finishing up. They're free to play in this event. Ryu taking a bit of a break. but as NeO is asking Chorocarlo if he's gonna buy Age of Empires 4, I already got it. God damn it, guys. Oh god. But what I do know is that a lot of the American players, you know, your Ninas, your Patty Max, Trigger, Pure Legacy, the regulars that we would see here, Vindicta as well, the ones who would contend against players like Cham and Jim Rising, like the North American representatives, for the most part, they're busy practicing. I was speaking to a couple of them, and at the moment they were like, yeah, they don't really want to play in weekly events right now because DreamHack starts in a couple of days for them. And obviously DreamHack is the most important event, period, for all players StarCraft. So yeah, as a result, we don't have that many North American players today. I think the most notable is Meowardoom and Reaper. Those are the top two that I saw in the bracket. So that means, one, they make extra money because the highest placing North American player does get a bonus in this event. But two, it does mean that this is going to be a lot more of a Latin American dominated weekly, at least this week. Which is a shame because, yo, I would have loved to have seen like a 69 between a North American and a Latin American player, and I just don't know if I'm going to get it today. I just don't know. It's just not going to happen. And that's the biggest shame. God. As we're slowly getting into this game here, of course, it's been a while since we've been able to cast NeO. I think the last time we casted him were during the qualifiers for DreamHack. And NeO has been practicing very hard. I know that, obviously, if you don't know, he is a cranky Duckling, but he's also been focusing on law school. He's studying to become a lawyer. I believe he's in his second or third year. And yeah, because that takes up a lot of his time, and he doesn't have as much time to practice as other players. NeO and Tavo, they rose up together, and for a long time, they were around the same skill level. I think nowadays I can safely say that Tavo has kind of exceeded NeO a little bit, and is closing the gap amongst the top players. NeO is still around the middle of the pack, but he's still here. He's here to prove himself, and I believe that he can show up here, especially because I know that he has been improving quite a lot recently, quite a lot. Meanwhile, as we slowly get into this game, nothing too crazy going on. Also, I have to give a bit of a shout out to Quirky in the chat, as he did resub as we were going live, as the countdown was currently up. So massive shout out to Quirky. And yeah, we'll see how we go here, because we had a very fast lair, and I was curious to see how many gases we would get, but Chorocarlo is going straight into a Roach Warren, so he could be looking to go for a Roach Ravager based composition here against NeO. Meanwhile, NeO hasn't scouted this yet. He does have map control, he has Hellions, he has Reapers, he needs to get in, and oh, I don't see a lot of Lings. Oh no! Chorocarlo, please! Oh god, NeO, he doesn't go for the mineral line. He has to be careful not to get surrounded. He is playing this a little bit careful, does take out a lot of these things. There was probably an opportunity there to just dive in, get into the mineral line and get some drone kills, but NeO didn't go for it. But at least he kept his Hellions alive. He still has them and he can still keep this creep spread at bay. Oh, but there's no creep. There's no creep because we have a Nidus network on the way. We have an Overlord here outside the main base. We have an Overlord outside the natural. NeO has no idea. He's still preparing to get into mech. This is NeO. He's all about mech and he's still working on his production. It takes a long time to finally get tanks out and get cyclones out. And right now, NeO only has Hellions, and Hellions are going to do nothing against roaches. Couple of drones are getting picked off here and there. I'm sure NeO feels good about that, but he confirms no drones at the third base. This is a massive tell. He needs to start panicking. He needs to start making everything he can. The roaches are revealed. We do have a Nidus in the main base. The Marine does spot it, but does NeO spot it? That is the question because he's not responding. Oh god, no, the Nidus is going to finish. The boys have not been pulled. Roaches and queens are coming out into the natural base. Finally, NeO does notice. But he's gonna make a choice, and instead he goes straight into the middle. He goes in. He goes for it, mate. Goes straight for the drones. Evacuates his natural base. He has 3 CCs, so he can afford to lose SCVs. Like, losing workers is completely fine here. Meanwhile, losing drones is not fine for Chorocarlo. Ooh, 22 drones go down. That's a massive loss. But we have a Nidus into the main. Oh my god, I did not believe, but we do. There's no queens here though, so the Banshee is gonna clean everything up eventually. Yo, we need to see, you see this fight though. Oh god, the SCVs are going down one after the other. This is a lot of worker damage being dealt to NeO. Again, we have 3 CCs, so it's not the biggest of deals. But that's still a lot of SCVs, and the tanks finally show up. Oh my god. With the arrival of the tanks, that does mean that NeO will hold here in the main base. Everything is going to be cleaned up. Meanwhile, here at the natural, what's been going on? A little bit of creep spread. Not much else, though. Oh, the queens do show up. Banshee, do we have cloak? We do not have cloak. The Banshee is going to fall. The first tank up. It looks like it may go down. One more shot. Ooh, it does go down, but it did its job. It dealt a lot of damage. And again, despite all the worker losses, NeO is holding. Am I speaking too soon? Maybe. This Nidus needs to goddamn die. There it is. GG. And NeO takes the first game. Oh god, my heart. that was actually kind of close because again, NeO didn't see the first Nidus. Like he could have avoided a lot of what was happening, right? Like diving in with his Hellions was the correct call because the Hellions weren't going to do anything at her. What are they going to do against queens and roaches? So diving in and getting worker kills, that was great. But the Niduses, they all finished up, and that made things a lot more closer than they needed to be. Oof. So NeO, man, this is a bit of a warm-up match for him, and hopefully he can shake the rust off because, again, quite close indeed. Boy, as we're getting set up here. I see Reaper in the chat. I would have been able to help, but I have Chan on my side of the bracket. That's what I mean. Like Reaper he has a really good shot to make it far, depending on when he faces Chan. That's kind of what it comes down to. Let me just quickly check the bracket here. Reaper, Reaper, honestly, I feel like Reaper has a really good shot at making it to the semis. Which is pretty good, to be honest. Pretty good indeed. Meanwhile, Meowardoom is going to have a rough match against Jim Rising. I think it's going to be a spicy match. But we'll see. We shall see. I'm sure we will eventually get to Reaper versus Cham, unless some kind of weird upset happens later on in the day. But before that, NeO, he's here in game numero 2. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Lightshade LE, we have the Peruvian Terran player representing the CranKy Ducklings. It is NeO. La Tortuga. Spawning in the top left hand corner of Lightshade, we have his opponent, the Chilean Zerg player. He is blue, representing Infernales Esports, currently down 0-1. Needs to bring it back. It is Chorocarlo. We need a nice in this tournament. We do. we do need nice in this tournament. Shaking my head nice. Why couldn't you, like, I don't know, find someone in America and get a green card? Shaking my head, mate. Shaking my head. Oh, apparently AOJ Skater's a bartender. Oh. Alright, let's go. Let's go. Hopefully he can pass out drinks to the people in the chat as we're slowly getting underway into game number 2 here. Also, there may be some of you who follow me on social media. You know, I did tweet recently. I did say that I was a little bit concerned. You know, some ducks need to be woken up because in 30 minutes, the CranKy Ducklings are going to be going up against Genesis Gaming in a team league match. Genesis Gaming, one of the stronger teams in North America. You know, they've got Pili Pili, they've got Pili Pili, and they've got Pili Pili. That's pretty good. Hold on. Genesis Gaming, Wikipedia. When I think of Genesis Gaming, I think of Pili Pili, but I know they have other European players as well. Let me just quickly check. They have Art, Battle B, Botvinnik, T-Bull, and Spaz, or Spazzy. Yeah, so they have a very strong lineup, to be honest. I'll be real here. So it's a little bit scary, definitely a little bit scary. And the CranKy Ducklings are going to be playing against them. Unfortunately, we won't be able to cast it because obviously we're casting Battle of the Americas this event. It will be casted later on by replays. I'll find some time, maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'll get together with whether it's Yaku or Milk or Cristiano or NeO or whoever, and we'll cast the Team League match between the CranKy Ducklings and Genesis Gaming tomorrow from replays. I'll try and avoid spoilers as best I can. I will avoid the Discord and make sure I don't see anything that I shouldn't see. And yeah, we can all watch it together. So look forward to that. And NeO is going to be playing in that. So that does also mean that NeO, in half an hour, he does have to go and play a Team League match. He may have to forfeit in Battle of the Americas because of that. It depends. It depends, like, how things line up. It's possible that he will have enough time, especially because the match that he has to play, it's a best of 1, right? It's Pro League format, you know, 5 best of 1s, or best of 5 with a new player in each slot. So yeah, it should be fine. It should be fine. Meanwhile, we do see the Hellions coming across the map, trying to get into a mineral line. There are a couple of links here to respond, but ooh, link speed is not done, and workers are being focused down one after the other. Oh my god, the greed from Chorocarlo, delaying link speed so long to get a faster Baneling Nest, and I think this was scouted. As finally, these Hellions are going to be cleaned up here with link speed finishing, but the Baneling Nest was seen, and Chorocarlo, mate, he barely has any drones, and he's got a lot of lings. Let's go. Lings are going to be moving out across the map. Baneling's going to be morphed in. What do we have at home? We have a wall on the high ground, nothing on the low ground. NeO needs to be prepared. Yes, he walls off. He knows what's coming his way. He knows it's an all-in. He scans, confirms the Baneling Nest, confirms the drone count as well, and there we go. The lings do show up. Now this CC should be fine. We should see a lift off. There we go. NeO knows. Oh my god. NeO, please. He does walk down the ramp, but yo, the Banelings are waddling in. They're waddling in. Oh, he does catch a couple of them. Oh, they're being focused down here. Unfortunate by Chorocarlo. He needed them to connect with the wall, and they did not. Finally, they do waddle in, and they do not take down these deepers. 5 are needed, not 4. Ooh. That's a waste of Banes. That's a base of Banes and Lings. NeO is looking to be in a beautiful position right now. Now he's got his Hellions. He's got Widowmines for some reason. Just to defend, I guess. I think he was scared. He's like, I need whatever I can get. And oh my god, this man went 1-1-1, and I thought he was just going to go for some Banshees. Nah, mate. This man is going for BCs. If Yaku was here, he would be talking about ranged libs, but I mean, we all know that's not going to happen. Oh, the Hellions, they get across the map. The Lings were not remade. Chorocarlo was a little bit too busy droning up because of that. Oh, these Hellions are getting out of control. They just keep getting worker after work. Oh my god. There are just not enough Lings to deal with this. A couple more Lings are on the way, but again, the positioning is just so good by NeO. He gets into the mirror line, gets into the main. 13 workers go down. Oh my god. Devastating, mate. If you're Zerg, look away. Look away. Okay. If we're Chorocarlo, what do we do? What do we do? Do we have a lair? We do have a lair. No, we do not. Oh no. Oh no, we don't have a lair. It's only just starting at the 6-minute mark. We have an Evo chamber. The Widow Mines were baited out, but we do have a wall. Just barely, kind of. I think that's a full wall. Yeah, that's a full wall. The problem is that I think this BC is just going to end the game. If we quickly look across the map, how many queens do we have? Currently, we have 4 queens for Chorocarlo. That is not enough, especially if the bases are not connected by creep. And currently, they are not. BC shows up, there's only going to be 1 to 2 queens to defend in that location. BC is going to go crazy. So I really do worry for Chorocarlo here. It is going to depend on how long it takes for NeO to move out across the map. And here we go. He just teleports straight into the middle of everything. There's no spore at the natural base whatsoever. There are 3 queens, which, hey, best case scenario for Chorocarlo, but they do not have enough energy for transfuse. Ooh, 1 transfuse does get used, and I think there's going to be 1 more available maybe. Oh, there is not. The queens are all going down. Chorocarlo's trying to keep this queen alive. It does have enough energy for a transfuse, but it's being focused down. And all 3 queens do fall. There's no mining here at the natural base. At the same time, we have Hellions that are going to be hitting the 3rd base, and a Banshee hitting the main. Bit of a tri-pronged attack, and there's just not a lot of Zerg left. It's just not happening. Oh god, no, the drones. GG gets called. And NeO takes the series 2-0. Oh god. GG. See Sano in the chat. Where's the team league cast? It is going to be here on the CranKy Ducklings, but it's going to be casted by replays because the event itself is going to be taking place at the same time as this event. So it'll be casted tomorrow, most likely. Most likely. We'll see. Regardless, we will be covering it. And yeah, GG. That was pretty brutal. I mean, to be fair, Chorocarlo put himself in that position because of how aggressive he wanted to be early on. He wanted to be, with his Ling Bane across the map, just doing whatever he could, which wasn't much, unfortunately. Ooh.